Okay. Well, that's done. Hello, my nephew.
Hey, Uncle D. So, I have a question for you. How is it when how is it like when you first met the Emperor?
When I first
You
met
don't,
Lang,
yeah.
let's see, I first met Lang when Saab and I were running Stroke Masters.
What's that?
Stroke Masters was my first company. Saab and I did it together. It was a mechanic shop. It was ran off a Hawk. When we were running that, Lang was running a company as well. We worked hand in hand sometimes. Lang liked me because I was loyal to Saab and I had his fucking back no matter what. But we didn't get to know each other until later down the line.
Right.
And then when we got to I don't know. We got to know each other. Now he's my brother. This is when we went to the south side.
Is that where you, uh, quote unquote, pretty much earned your brotherhood with him?
Yeah, it's when we first really became brothers, yeah. You know, I used to be married. Well, twice, I suppose.
Yeah. To, fuck, what's her name?
Yeah, Deandra was my, I don't know what you'd call it. Second ex-wife, first ex-wife. I don't fucking know. But funnily enough, you know, I chose Sab over her pretty much. And then Lang. Saab, Lang, Tony, Ellie. Hell, even Ricky. I chose them over my wife. I love doing my old Denzel voice again.
Yeah.
Now that I've done accents. Wild.
When I first got to really know the Emperor, you know, more, maybe not more, but when I got to actually really know him, and not just a guy working at this restaurant, right? He told me that you were his brother.
Boo, this
Like,
shit.
obviously not his real brother, like by blood or whatever, but, a brother, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like a real brother, you know what I
Well,
mean.
we go thicker than blood. Brother by choice.
Yeah. And
Kiss him right now. Thank you, Owen.
I'm just kind of interested to know what happened, you know, from the start of you guys living in the South Side to the
Oh my
point where the
god.
Emperor told me that,
Grab his dick.
he would completely trust his life in your hands.
Well, shit. We rocked around the 6 or 7 of us that were around. We rocked around wearing red in the South Side. Fought in wars together. Had each other's backs no matter what. I think the moment that Lang knew that he could trust me with literally anything in this world and I wouldn't betray him is when it came down to a very tough decision.
That was the Ricky thing.
Yeah, because the whole family wanted him dead, and I didn't want him dead.
What did Ricky do that made
Ricky
everyone
did
want
a
him dead?
lot of shit. Ricky did a lot of fucking shit. Ricky used to, Ricky was the wild card. Yeah, I'm kind of the mad dog.
Right.
Yeah, Ricky was the mad dog.
You ever met Bro Skingle?
Oh, I have not met Bruce Kingle.
Alright.
How weak?
I guess that comparison wouldn't make much sense then.
How weak?
Well,
What a bozo,
so
bro.
everyone wanted him dead and you didn't.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
How did it
How'd it go
happen?
down? Like, the details?
You know, like, did they tell you to do it? Did you do it by your own volition? Did you...
Basically, the exact details were Lang had had enough, Tony had Lang's back, Saab had Lang's back, Ellie had my back. And then there were some people that were neutral in the family. But ultimately it came down to the 3 OGs wanted them dead. And we were driving. They wanted to cut his arms and legs off again. You see, Ricky, his biggest fear was losing his arms and legs again. You know, he used to not have arms and legs when he first rocked around. And they wanted to cut his arms and legs off and hang him on a fucking hook in the meat factory. That was my fucking brother. And I understand that I came around ultimately that you know, it had to happen, but I wasn't gonna let my brother be tortured. And so I grabbed a gun and I shot him in the head. And I said, when you join this family, there's one way out with a bullet in the fucking head. And I put one in his head myself.
Yeah.
It broke me. But, you know. That's what drugs are for.
After you did that, did the Emperor ever question your loyalty again?
Don't get me wrong, I mean, there's always been times where Lang and I will fuck with each other, but he knows ultimately I have his back no matter what.
Yeah, I mean... But had he ever, after that, was there ever a time that he pretty much made you feel like he didn't trust you? Does that make sense?
Sure, but like I always knew he trusted me. Like we would go back and forth with each other, fuck around, scream at each other. But you know, I also know how Lang operates. I mean, we go at each other all the time. It's just kind of our relationship.
Yeah, but I don't mean like yelling, right? I mean like did he ever, like, I don't even know how to, I don't know how to compare it, really. Because, I don't know. I don't know how to compare it.
I'll try to explain it.
The Emperor does this thing with us where he will say something, right? And ultimately it comes down to you have to choose him or the guild, okay? In particular, mostly with Eve. I can't remember the combo at this point, but I think a year and a half ago, or at some point when Cerberus was like just starting up, Eve was telling me some shit about it. I don't remember what. I genuinely don't remember. But the Emperor told her that she has to choose between him and Cerberus or the guild, right? This was a year and a half ago. And it really fucked with Eve. And Eve is someone very important to me. And the Emperor is saying this shit. And it just seems like how is Eve supposed to choose between that, you know? Like, it's the same family. The Emperor has given her so much, right? Like, no one denies that. Eve doesn't deny that. The Emperor has given her so much, and ultimately the reason she is even guild to begin with is because of the Emperor. So it's Eve has to choose between someone that's given her everything and a family that is actually there. Not that, you know, not to say that the Emperor not being around constantly is a bad thing. We all get the Emperor's busy, right? Like, that guy's phone's probably, like, permanently ringing. And he has his own fucking life. None of us care about that. But the guild is there for Eve every day, right? Like, we hang out with her every day. And to have to choose between that is so fucking stupid.
So this happened a year and a half ago, or did it happen fucking yesterday?
It's happened multiple times.
Okay. Are you asking why she might have to choose between two things when fucking, what? When people are coming after Lang? You know...
No, I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
I'm specifically talking about Lang telling Eve that she has to choose between him or us multiple times, right? But and I told this to the Emperor, right?
Hello, Oliver.
I told him that
Hello,
I think
puppy.
it's fucked up that it has that, like, he puts people through these stupid fucking decisions or tests or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And he told me it's just a joke, right? But
It
the
sounds
convo
like
me
a
and Eve
joke.
had a year ago, it wasn't a joke to her. And the same shit happened a couple days ago, and the Emperor said, he even said it this time, he said, this time it wasn't a joke, right? So,
Okay.
putting the joking part aside, which is fucked up.
I mean, okay, if we want to talk about joke, the entire time I was married, the entire time, throughout every part of my entire life, Lang has joked with me that he'll either kill me or that he'll make me choose shit, but I know my brother, so I know it's a joke, so I don't give a fuck. So, I don't really... Who gives a fuck about the joke? Let's get to the serious part.
Well, it's not a joke to some people, Uncle T.
Well, then they don't know Lang. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I think
And
it's
this time
fairly
it's not
obvious.
a joke, though. He said the same shit.
Okay, this time it wasn't a joke. So what was the context this time?
Fuck. I'm trying to remember everything.
Do you know how many
I've said
days
so
I woke
much
up with text
time
saying,
talking.
"I'm gonna kill you, cocksucker"? Do you think I take that personally? No.
I agree, right? Like I'm not sitting here saying that every time the Emperor says something stupid that it's, you know, it's real, right? Like that's not the point I'm trying to make. It's when it happens and I get a phone call from someone in the guild fucking crying about it, like actual crying. It I don't know how to process it. And the Emperor will tell someone, like, you can't keep secrets from me. I don't care. You don't keep a secret from me. You tell me what the fuck it is now, and you don't tell Yeager, right? Like, that's some shit he said.
Alright.
And I don't know how to fucking process it. It just feels like he fucking hates us.
I don't think he hates you.
I mean, I don't think he hates us. Obviously. But I genuinely don't know what more I can do for the guy. Like, it feels like he doesn't trust me.
Why do you think he doesn't trust you?
Because he keeps calling me a fucking Samoan disciple, or how I want him to die because I try to differentiate.
Okay, that's him being a
shit.
dramatic. He's being dramatic at that point.
But it doesn't feel like he's being dramatic because he constantly brings it up. Like, it constantly brings it up. He tells me to not fucking talk to him. He constantly brings up that I care more about Michael than him or some shit.
Do you know what? You know, Lang used to say the same shit about me and Andy. That I cared more about Andy than him. My entire second marriage, every fucking time I'd see him, it's just Lang being a drama queen. Because I'm a drama queen too.
I guess. I don't know.
Look, at the end of the fucking day, the thing is, if you're gonna have Lang's back, which it sounds like you're just upset because he's not acknowledging that. Has he ever acknowledged he knows you're gonna have his back?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I genuinely don't know.
Okay. Do you want me to give you like a pat on the back and an I love you?
It's not that.
Is it not? Because it sounds like you need acknowledgement, nephew.
I don't need acknowledgement. I just don't need doubt. That's what pisses me off the most. I killed one of my best friends for him.
Yeah, and I killed my fucking brother for him, and every day he fucking sat there and said, "You're gonna pick other people over me." It's just Lang being fucking Lang.
But it's not just like that. Like, him joking with you is different.
Okay, why is it different?
Because, I mean, maybe it's not different. I don't know. I'm not you. I don't know. But all I want is for him not to fucking doubt that I would do anything for him. Because I go through these shit fucking feelings every fucking day. Every other day, I have to fucking stop a relationship with someone or have to fucking argue that this person is trustworthy because he doesn't trust them. It's every fucking day that I talk to him, it's something new. It's like I have no fucking trust with him. He doesn't trust me at all.
Chat, just chill and watch roleplay, man.
It feels like when he makes promises to me that he goes out of his way to push it to where the promise didn't even matter to begin with, and he gets what he wants. But he gets what he wants, but he can also say, well, I did this for you, but totally ignoring the fact that he pushes the fucking buttons to begin with to make that scenario happen.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. It is 3 minutes until this wave rolls in. We're both gonna wake up here, because you can wake up here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Or you could drive your motorcycle here. We're gonna continue this conversation after the storm.
Okay. The thing that, like I said, I don't need, and I'm just gonna be brutally honest, right? I don't need validation, right? Like, sure, it would be nice to fucking hear it sometimes, right? Like, but I don't care, right? Because, like you said, the way you feel about the Emperor and the way he feels about you is how I've felt about him for as long as I can remember. And it's the same way I feel about the Guild. They know I have their back no matter what, and I know that they have mine, right? But it just feels fucking miserable knowing the shit I've done for the Emperor. And I have to think that he doubts that I give a fuck. Or he doubts that I'd be there for him. It feels like fucking shit. And I don't know.
Okay. Well, I think once again you told me you don't know if you genuinely believe he knows that you'll have his back.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Have you tried talking to him?
Every time we've talked recently, it's just been a fucking argument. Or Harry's there saying something fucking stupid and it sets me off. Or I don't know. This whole thing with the fucking
Harry
Simones,
catches so many strays.
I don't know. Lately, it doesn't feel like
Do you love the Simones?
no.
Do you care about them?
I care about one of them, but it's not like I wouldn't hurt the one I care about, right? It's just more or less it didn't have to get to that point at all. And it did. And I'm not gonna sit here and say
and you know what? At the end of the fucking day, I get where you're coming from. It's unfortunate that it's gotten to this point because you do care about one of them. But the fact of the fucking matter is, it is at this point. And you can sit there and you could say, sure, I know how Lang is. Maybe Lang could have contributed to this situation. Absolutely. But life's a fucking two-sided street. And ultimately, we're at this point. And both those fucking Simones, whether it's by my hands or somebody else's, are gonna fucking die.
I mean, I agree. Even though I'm sitting and arguing for Michael's sake, it doesn't mean I disagree with that. And it's never meant I disagreed with it.
You see,
Nothing
if I
is
had
going
it my
to compare.
way,
What?
I'd chain up Nicholas Simone and have a camera and make Michael watch the entire time and know if he even tried something slightly, I'd press a little bomb on a controller and blow his fucking head open.
I know. I know.
I'm not gonna go into the details of the heroin operation.
Lately, it just feels like the Emperor. It doesn't matter what my opinion is, even if he asks me. right? It doesn't feel like it ever matters. And it feels like he is just doing me a favor if he doesn't do something, right? And it's never like, you know, it doesn't feel like, it just doesn't feel like I matter. I guess is the best way I can say it.
So it comes down to for lack of better terms, because I don't have a better term for this, it comes down to wanting validation.
It's not validation.
It's oversimplifying it, but that's the best way I can oversimplifying it.
I mean, maybe. I'm not kidding when I say I genuinely don't care, right?
Okay.
Like that's not me trying to like.
But to be fair, to play devil's advocate here, if you didn't actually care, then you would understand that he's probably fucking with you, and that he's gonna have your back and you're gonna have his back. But obviously, there's something there that is making you doubt that, and so you do care to some extent.
Yeah, I definitely care. I definitely care. I don't know.
And if you don't think Lang cares, then you're fucking dumb, nephew.
I don't know if I told him this. I told someone.
You know, I'm. Continue. Go ahead.
It just feels like. It just feels like I'm another fucking tool in his fucking utility belt. And he doesn't particularly fucking care about it. Like, he cares that it can be useful. But that's about it.
Well, I understand you might feel that way, but that's not reality.
Yeah, maybe.
God, I'm such a dick. You know, let's be honest for 2 fucking minutes, because I already brought it up. My past marriage, there was one person, if there was one person in this whole fucking city that hated that marriage, it was fucking Lang. Right? You agree with me there?
I definitely agree. He did not like it.
Fucking hated it. Wish it never happened. You know who one of the only people that has asked me throughout this entire fucking divorce if I'm okay is him. Him, Penny, and fucking Layla are really the 3 that have asked. As much as he hated it. You know, as much as he would fucking shit on me for that fucking marriage every single time I would see him. He's one of the only people.
Yeah. If it means anything, which, I mean, you might not believe me, but I was worried about it. You know. I guess worried about you, but you do not seem like the type to want to bring that shit up. So I didn't.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But my point is, even though he fucking hated that shit, he made sure I was okay and had my back.
Yeah. Maybe I'm fucking jealous. Maybe I'm jealous of you, Uncle D. Maybe because it's a brother thing with you two. That
God
it
fucking
feels like
damn it.
you have
God
his respect,
fucking damn it.
and for me, it's never gonna be the same. No matter what I do, no matter how many connections I make or anything, no matter how successful I am,
Oh.
no matter what I accomplish or what I try to, it just doesn't ever feel like that.